श्यामलावर्तालिबालासमेत श्रीललिताम्बिकायै नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। स्वतन्त्रा सर्वतन्त्रेशी दक्षिणामूर्तिरूपिणी सनकादिसमाराध्या शिवज्ञानप्रदायिनी। Swatantra. Swatantra is independent. Swa is, Paratantra is under the control of others. Swatantra is freedom. You are under your own control. So she is independent. She is not under anyone else's control here. So Sri Vidya is Swatantra Vidya. Swatantra Vidya. So when you talked about mantra, yantras and tantras, we mentioned that tantra is the text that describes the yantras and the mantras. So it talks about the methods in which the prayogas can be done with mantras and yantras. It goes into the yaga vidhanam. So yaga vidhanam for mantra, yantra, yantra, mantra, kuhoma, puja. So it's a text that describes how to go about you doing the prayoga. So there are 64 tantras, Shakteya tantras, and those tantras have all the mantras and the yantras description in them, and those are for ihaloka, sukha, bhukti, sadhana. Whereas Sri Vidya is Swatantra. Swatantra, so it's able to give bhukti and mukti both. It can give bhukti and it can give moksha as well, mukti. So when the initial meaning I said for Swatantra is that she is independent. So that's the basic meaning. But the meaning here is the fact that the Sri Vidya, unlike other 64 Shakteya tantras, is Swatantra. And in addition to bhukti, it can also give mukti. Or in other words, in addition to bhoga, it can give yoga, union with Shiva. So she is Shiva Swadhina Vallabha. Right? No one is independent, right? So all human beings are under the control of space and time. Right? Kala is controlling the human beings. So all beings are dependent. And she is independent. Swatantra. Sarvatantreshi. Tantra Ishi. Sarvatantra Ishi. So her tantra, which is Sri Vidya, is all powerful among all the tantras. And she has laid out, she rules all the tantras, which is why you get Sarva Mantramayi, Sarva Yantratmika, Sarva Tantra Rupa, Manonmani. So you get Sarva Tantreshi. So rules all the other tantras, and Sri Vidya is all powerful among all the tantras. Swatantra Sarva Tantreshi Dakshinamurti Rupini. So the logical sequence of names has come here. So we are getting Dakshinamurti Rupini here right after Swatantra and Sarvatantreshi. Therefore, the link between these three names is the fact that she is in the form of Dakshinamurti, as I said, is the Adi Guru. So when I talked about the previous names, you got Guru Priya. Guru Priya was followed by Swatantra. Swatantra was followed by Sarvatantreshi, and then Dakshinamurti Rupini. So they are all kind of names that are in a sequential order, all interlinked. Dakshinamurti Rupini. As Dakshinamurti, she is giving. Dakshinamurti is one of the Adi Gurus for Sri Vidya. So he is the Martanda Bhairava Aradhya. He is the one who did the Chidagni Kunda Homa to get for the manifestation of Lalitambika. So she is Brahma Vidya, Sri Vidya Pradayini. And Shiva, just like Shivamurti. So when Shiva takes a form, it is this form, Dakshinamurti Rupini. So there is an interesting story related to Dakshinamurti. So as you know, Sanaka Sananda Sanat Kumaras, Sanaka Sanatana Sananda Sanat Kumara, those who were on the Nivrutti Marga with no material desires and only interested in Brahma Vidya, they went to Kailasa. When they went to Kailasa, they saw Shiva and Shakti in Kailasa doing Natya, Tandava and Lasya. So when they looked at Shiva and Shakti in dancing in Kailasa, they were a bit disappointed because they had gone there to seek Brahma Vidya from Shiva. So on their way back under a great banyan tree, they saw a child under the tree with old sages. The child was the teacher there, and the sages, old sages, were the disciples. And they were all in a mauna state, silence. So they were in a maunam state. And through that silence, they all received the answers. So when Sanaka Sanat Kumaras saw this form of Shiva, the Dakshinamurti form under the banyan tree with old sages, the silence itself was inferring or conferring all the answers that they had about the Brahma Vidya without a word being spoken. And that essentially talks about their mental state in terms of the fact that everything is transferred through the dhyana. They're all in that samadhi state where words are not spoken. The information would come. So you know that thought that will strike your mind, right? That's how it's transferred. So you can call that, in modern world, you can call it telepathy, sixth sense, whatever. So Dakshinamurti Rupini. So that child under the banyan tree was the Dakshinamurti form. So Dakshinamurti you can split that into Dakshata plus Amurti. So Dakshata is Samarthata, or ability to do Srishti Sthiti Laya. Dakshina also means Buddhi or skill, so is Gnanamurti. So Daksha plus Dakshina Amurti. Amurti is Nirguna Brahma form, so is a Saguna Nirguna Rupini. So that's Dakshinamurti Rupini. The next name, logically, after Dakshinamurti is Sanakadi Samaradhya. So when Dakshinamurti comes, the Sanat Kumaras automatically come here. Sanakadi Samaradhya. So the Sanat Kumaras are Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, Sanat Kumara. So the four who are on Nivrutti Marga with no interest in the material world and only interested in Brahma Vidya. So this is Antaryagatvam. This is Antarmukha Samaradhya, Bahirmukha Sudurlabha. Samaradhya. So completely worshipped by Sanakadi Samaradhya. Just like Bhagaradhya, Shivaradhya, it's Sanakadi Samaradhya. But in the context of this sequence of names, it is referring to the Dakshinamurti here. So what comes after Sanakadi Samaradhya is Shiva Gnana Pradayini. Shiva Gnana Pradayini. This is the key name in the entire Lalita Sahasranama, is the fact that she is the Shiva Gnana Pradayini, which is what we are all after, right? That is what we want, Shiva Gnana and oneness with Shiva. And who else can Who else can give you Shiva Gnana? The one who is inseparable from Shiva is the one who can give you the Gnana to unite with Shiva. So she gives the knowledge of Shiva, and Shiva is equals Mangala, auspicious things, and Shiva means Anandatvam, Anandakaram. So Shiva Gnana is Brahma Vidya, Brahma Gnana. Ishana Sarva Vidyanam Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Brahmadipati Brahmanodipatir Brahma Shivo Me Astu Sada Shivam. So they say that if you want to say if there is wind is recognized by motion. So in a sense, like when something is moving around, it means that there is wind. So fire is recognized by heat, right? So if there is a fire nearby, heat, you can use heat to recognize that there is fire there. Similarly, Shiva is recognized by Shantam, peace or tranquility. So that state of peace and tranquility is Shiva. This again goes back to that name Shantam Padmasanastam Shantakaram. So Shiva, Vishnu, Lalitambika, Shakti, they're all embodiment of peace and tranquility. So Shanta, that word kind of refers to the Parabrahma state. So may Devi Lalitambika give us Shiva Gnana Pradayini. Swatantra Sarvatantreshi Dakshina Murti Rupini Sanakadi Samaradhya Shiva Gnana Pradayini. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha.